Hey there. Good morning. I'm your host, Jeff Ski Kinsey, and it is a great day, even though it's raining, right? You get up high enough above this muck, the sun is shining beautifully down upon me. There's just some obstacles in my way. It's like you. This is a message about hope. I love when Robert Plant says that on the one live version of Stairway to Heaven. I think this is a message of hope. If you're looking for work, if you're looking for your one best destiny, I can help. Now, how do I know I can help? Because I've done it. I've helped myself. I've helped others. And I can help you. Yeah, now there's a small fee for that if you're in a position to pay it. Okay? If you're not, then there's a way that you can pay it forward. But it starts with a simple premise. You have not because you ask not. Okay, I'm going to let that sink in a minute. You have not because you ask not. I don't think it could be any more clear, but it might take you a few moments to wrap your head around that. So what does that mean? Okay, it means you have to ask. Say, hey, Ski, help. Okay. There's this great story. And I'm just crazy enough to think it actually happened. But in what we call the Old Testament, where this guy has leprosy, and he's a captain of armies, as I recall. And so he has a servant from the tribe of Israel, and the servant says, well, geez, you need to go see this prophet. He can cure this thing. And so it's a very entertaining story. And if you let it get under your skin, if you let it sink in, you'll understand the power of it. But long story short, the captain gets permission from his king to go see, as I recall, go see this prophet. And he goes and sees, and he says, what must I do? And he says, go down to the river Jordan and dip yourself in there 7 times. And the guy gets mad. Okay. He has leprosy, which is a horrible, horrible thing from what I've seen of it and understand of it. And the guy says, go down the river and dip 7 times. And he gets mad. He says, I could have done this back home. Or why couldn't I do it out in the Mediterranean? The Jordan, I guess, wasn't a very great, I don't know how they had pollution back then, but he wasn't excited about it being the River Jordan. And his servant said, well, if he would have asked you a great thing, like go climb the tallest mountain in the world, would you have done it to be rid of this disease? Well, of course he would have. So the assistant says, look, what if, and these are my words, I'm embellishing here a little bit, read the story for yourself. I'll include a link in the show notes. I use the Bible Gateway, which I really love. It has all the different translations. I use King James and the Amplified most often, but he says, look, if this guy's a prophet of God, and I think he is, and he told you to do a hard thing, you'd do it, right? So why not do this? What if the guy knows something? Okay. Obedience is better than sacrifice, by the way. That's another message for another day. So sure enough, he goes down, dipped 7 times, cured of leprosy. Think about that. Okay. So, if you're willing to take some instruction, I could help. If you're not willing to take instruction, then no one can help, right? Because you just said, hey, I'm not willing to take instruction. So I'm going to ask you to do some stuff that you're going to say, well, how's that going to work? No, that's not the question. The question is, what if that works? Aha. So that's what a friend of mine called the 1 degree of difference. It's all about vantage point. Okay, I've seen some stuff. I've been around a while. And the long story short, I was sharing this with someone I started mentoring today, a fourth of the way around the world. I'd like to say halfway around the world, but it's only a fourth of the way around the world. And I said, look, I've helped create millionaires. Think about that. Now, I didn't do it. They did it. But I pointed them out to some things. I pointed out things to them, and they applied it. And it changed my life 40 years ago. So, hey, that's the message for today. If I can help, reach out.